clock never stops. The Detroit Pistons, we got the Utah Jazz coming up. Uh, it's gonna be a good one. I have a bunch of followers who have been pining for the Detroit Pistons to pursue Lauri Markkinen. I I understand it. Haven't necessarily been a fan of the move. I think he's paid too much, and he's too far into his prime, 28 years old, to really sustain being that running mate for Cade Cunningham. I don't think he's necessarily proven enough to validate a $50 million contract, especially with the second apron. And with the emergence of guys like Asar Thompson, Ron Holland, Jalen Duren, and likely soon to be Jaden Ivey, I don't think one player is worth potentially re signing two or more. All that's to say is it'll be a showdown. It'll be a showdown. You got the Jazz, you got the Pistons, you got two kind of upstart teams. Definitely the Jazz have been waiting on front office, Danny Ainge and company to decide they want to start winning. But they have a lot of talent there, whether it's Keyshawn George, Lauri Markkinen, of course. They got lottery pick Ace Bailey, guys like Taylor Hendricks, Cody Williams, Walker Kessler, uh, Walter Clayton, Kyle Filipowski, Bryce Sandoval. They have a lot of young talent there in Utah. And so do the Pistons. So do the Pistons. And I don't think it would take much for the Utah Jazz to kind of take that leap back into playoff contention. So I want to dive into the preview for this game. I think it's going to be a good one. I think it's going to be a good one. Both these two teams are hungry. Both of these two teams have a lot of talent. They have a good balanced complement of veterans with Yusuf Nurkic, Kyle Anderson, um, guys like Kevin Love, Svi Mikalik, who's a starting shooting guard there. They have a lot of guys that they're able to plug in who know how to help bring home a W. And so I think that this game is going to be competitive on a lot of different levels. I want to dive into that in this video. But before I do, before I even go into this, smash the like button for me. Hit subscribe and the bell for notifications. Remember, it's a little thing for y'all, really little thing. Just click, poke, right? Like, thumbs up button, right? But it's a big thing for the channel. All these likes hit the YouTube algorithm. They improve notification of the channel. They make sure that you get notified if you enjoy these interactive live videos. And it makes sure that, I'm able to keep doing this. I'm going to do it no matter what, because I just love talking to you all about sports and about the NBA, especially the Pistons. But, I appreciate it. I'll leave it at that for now. Let's dive into this game. Look, this game is going to come down to a few things. Utah is a big, big team. If they had Walker Kessler healthy, who I believe will not be playing in this game because he has a shoulder injury, right? If he was there, they would be monstrous. With the front line of Walker Kessler, Yusuf Nurkic, it's just huge. Combined with Lauri Markkinen, Kyle Filipowski, Kyle Anderson, Taylor Hendricks, Cody Williams. These are all 6'9", 6'11", 6'10", 7-foot bigs. When you add to that, Walker Kessler has been shooting threes, doing playmaking at the top of the key, and he defends the rim. It could have spelled a lot of issues for us. A lot of issues. Especially around Jalen Duren's ability to cover that three-point line and stay out of foul trouble. But with Walker Kessler out, there will be an opportunity for us to impose our will on the interior. And it's going to begin and end with Jalen Duren. Look, I love Isaiah Stewart. Love him. Had a great game last game against the Memphis Grizzlies. I think he had like 24, 10, 4 blocks, something like that. Missed his threes, but hit his free throws. He was big time for us. I think he had like 4 assists as well. But up against Yusuf Nurkic, I need Jalen Duren to show up. And what that means is, one, staying out of foul trouble, bro. Stay out of foul trouble. That's without saying. I don't even want to have that conversation over and over. You should know. The second thing is run the floor. You got to run the floor. Get up and down. Know you got a teammate, dog pound member who's got your back. If you get tired, he's going to come in, got your back. It's nothing. But give us full effort getting up and down the court. Sprint, getting into those screens. Don't move your feet, right? Set your feet. But force Nurkic to have to work. Force him to have to move. Don't let him stand stagnant under the rim and be a presence on the interior. Because the reality is, Nurkic is a little bit bigger than he's a little bit taller. He's got a little bit more veteran savvy. He's got really good touch, good hands. When he's healthy, he can be a force. We need to get him on the move. We need you to use your athleticism, your mobility, your agility to force Nurkic to have to be on the move constantly. And that's going to create opportunities for guys like Cade Cunningham, Asara Thompson to get downhill to the rim and be able to finish, put pressure on the defense, etc. The next matchup I want to point at is Asara Thompson and Keyshawn George. Uh, Keyshawn George is a surging young guard. And I say surging because he's been having to figure out his life, his career, for the last couple of seasons, since his rookie year and then last season. But this season, he seems to have figured some stuff out. He's averaging 23 points, 8 assists, about 4 rebounds, and he's doing his thing. He's absolutely doing his thing. And coming off of a win in Boston, he's going to be confident. He had 31 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, steal in that game. Had an incredible impact. He had 25 points, 7 assists, two rebounds before that, 17, 9, and 8, 29 and 8, 26 and 10. You see the trend that I'm talking about. This is a young guard that is emerging, much in the way that we hope that Jaden Ivey does once he returns. He has got to be slowed down. And what that really looks like for Asara Thompson is, one, don't pick up the silly fouls, bro. Don't. And this is, you and Duran with the fouls. Look, we don't need you to pressure him 94 feet. We have far more use for you than that. But we do need you to make sure that you are consistently in front of him. That consistently you are a threat to challenge his shot, to cut him off on drives, moving your feet, being a weak side help defender, clogging driving lanes, digging down on drives or playing passing lanes and disrupting passes. We need you to be a presence. We need you to be consistent. And Ron Holland as well. You're going to play a major part in that, but you're also going to have to deal with Bryce Sensabaugh. He's a bench scorer for them who has the opportunity. He has the ability to be a very explosive scorer. And I'm going to get to you in a little bit. But with the SAR, we need you to be versatile, because there's going to be times where you're going to be switched on to Lauri Markkanen. There's going to be times when you're going to be on Keontae George. There's going to be times when you're going to be on a shooter like Svi Mikhailiuk, who can light it up, does some Duncan Robinson things in terms of getting to the basket as well and getting out in transition. We need you to be available. At the same time, we also need you to be offensively aggressive. I don't want any hesitation, worried about getting fouled. Man, look, you are too early in your career to be worrying about that shit, man. Like, real talk. You are too damn talented to be out here worried about if you're going to get fouled, get to free throw. Man, go in there, look to bang on their heads, worry about the free throws later. Just keep it smooth, bro. You get to the free throw line, just think smooth. Shoot it smooth. You got the mechanics. You working with the coach. You know how to fix it. You know what I mean? Just nice and smooth. Knock it down. It misses. Wipe it out your memory. Go back, get us a rebound, get us a steal, get us a block. Get back down the court and dunk on somebody's head again. Right? You have too much talent. All right? Keep hooping, bro. Keep hooping. Don't ever stop hooping. We need you to put pressure on the defense with your offense. And that's an expectation. We need Asara Thompson to consistently get downhill attack. He's going to have plenty of mismatches, whether it's Svi Mikhailiuk, whether it's Keontae George. There's not a lot of guys who can stay in front of him. Taylor Hendricks, who's also in his draft, is a pretty good defender at 6'9". He can definitely defend around the rim. Kind of like a more athletic defensive Tobias Harris. All right. Yeah, he psychs himself out at the line. Talking to Turag in the chat. Definitely appreciate all the chat comments. Pistons are ready to battle Utah and win. I think so too, Stephanie Williams. I definitely think so too. Ghost Keeper was good. Even with Kessler, they are huge. Yep, they are. What's going on, Marv? It's good to see you in the chat. So let me just say this. The Detroit Pistons have a lot of advantages, but a lot of it relies upon these guys coming together and doing the little things, right? Playing defense with their feet, not their hands, right? That's a major one. If they are in position, they're making great plays. If they're out of position, they need to not make the bad play. If you're out of position, you need to trust your teammates that they're going to rotate and cover you, that you can then slide and rotate and cover them, right? That's what good defenses do. They don't bail teams out by making a bad play or compounding a bad play by being out of position and then with fouling, putting guys on the free throw line, getting into foul trouble. Now you're not available for your team. Now we have to go deeper into our bench than we had intended. Karis LeVert looks like he has a little bit of his pop back. Paul Reed has been playing well. We're going to need you against Kyle Filipowski because Kyle Filipowski can light it up. He's actually been doing extremely well this season. We're going to need to make sure that we kind of rein him in. Uh, Mark Wood, was good to see you in the chat. So we need to get them back for last year. Yeah. We should remember that because that shit was embarrassing last year. It was embarrassing last year going into Utah and getting smacked. But it's to say that this is going to be about us handling our business. And we handle our business by doing the little things great. When we box out, get back in transition, we put pressure on the defense, we move without the ball. When we play confidently, don't worry about the shots going down. Just play confidently. Durin, stay locked in, bro. We need you to be consistently aggressive. You can take Nurkic off the dribble all day. And if you get him into foul trouble, yo, it's a cakewalk at that point. If Nurkic is in foul trouble, they don't have a dominant rebounder. If they have to slide Lauri Markkanen from the 3 to the 4 to the 5, it becomes far more open for us. And to be honest, he may start off at the 4 with Taylor Hendricks at the 3 because Walker Kessler's out. But we'll see what they end up doing. Either way, we need you to be aggressive, but we also need you to be smart. No silly fouls. Make sure you're boxing out. Even if you don't get the rebound on a box out, you clearing out Nurkic allows someone else to get in there. We did see Nurkic with the game-winning putback layup against Boston because Neemias Queta could not box him out. Nurkic is a load. And if you don't initiate the battle early, not fouling and just pushing and grabbing, I'm talking about using your feet, using your hips, using your butt, right? Getting your work early, the stuff that Ben Wallace used to do to Shaq and other bigs, right? Rasheed Wallace was a master of this. He didn't let you get to your spots in position. He forced you to shoot over his length while his feet were in position. Remember, Rasheed was going up against Duncan, Weber, KG, Malone, right? He's going up against greats, Sean Kemp. He's going up against greats. Horace Grant, right? I mean, he wasn't a great, but he was really good. I mean, long-term starter. You might as well call him a great because you're playing in the NBA, right? He's going up against great power forwards. He understood having to play with his feet, being in position, getting in your work early, understanding what their tendencies are, right? We need you to start picking up on that. Yeah, we want the offensive skill set, even though Rasheed wasn't necessarily known to be a big-time offensive player, though he was incredibly skilled. We need you to pick up on his defensive IQ, how he studied his opponents. And we need you to apply that in these games, especially against a guy like Yusuf Nurkic, because you don't want to have to worry about him being a double-double guy. We don't want double-digit rebounds from Nurkic. If he's getting there, that means that they are hanging with us in the rebounding category, which means that this game is going to be a lot closer than we want it to be. That means that they're getting second shot opportunities. That means that they're getting out in transition. That means that guys like Keontae George, Lauri Markkanen are getting themselves going. That's not what we want. The next person that I want to take a look at here, and I'm going to end with Cade, is Isaiah Stewart. Likely going to be in the starting lineup again. I doubt we bring Tobias Harris back in this game. I'd be shocked. Generally, if a guy's sitting out, if he's ailing enough to be out one game, he's probably needing to be out two. I'm just being straight with you. I think what would be advantageous for us to continue to start Isaiah Stewart, especially against these larger front lines. And he is going to primarily be responsible for limiting Lauri Markkanen. Now, here's the thing about limiting a mobile shooting big man like Lauri Markkanen who can legitimately play small forward. He has that level of agility um, and speed and mobility. Is you have to play smart. You have to stay aware of your man and the ball. You can't get caught staring at your man because we need you as a help weak side rim protector. And you have to make sure you don't lose track of him because he's going to be on the move. He's going to be on the move. He's looking to catch you slipping. He's going to flash out to the wing, to the corner, catch the ball. And he's either going to give you a strong pump fake and look to attack you, or he's going to shoot right over the top. But here's the thing. Once again, if you get beat, what do? You trust your team. They have to rotate. Asar Thompson, you have to rotate. Duren, you have to rotate. Not foul, just be in position with your feet. Force them to make a tough shot. Remember, forcing a team to make a tough shot is good defense, even if they make it. And if you combine that consistently with teams having to make tough shots, as soon as their legs start to go, because of that consistent good defense, they stop making those shots. Even if they're making it early, by the time they get to the fourth quarter, they're no longer making those shots. Force them into tough shots. Play smart. Keep an eye on your man and the ball. Move your feet. But here's the thing. We need you to make sure that you box out. I know you're used to clearing the glass for us. That may have to be more of a Cade Cunningham, Asar Thompson duty for this game. We need you and Duren, to control the glass by boxing out Markkanen and Nurkic. Keep those guys off the glass. We don't need 25 rebounds coming from those two. Because if they are, man, it's going to be one hell of a game. It is going to be a tough, tough game for us. So my recommendation, start there. Move your feet, keep them off the glass. The last person that I want to take a look at here is Mr. Cade Cunningham himself. You're going to have massive, massive mismatches. I need you to hunt it. Let Asar Thompson bring up the ball. And I need you to be a 40-point game scorer tonight. I need 42. I need 42, 12 rebounds, maybe 8 assists. This is a monster game for you. They really have no one who can stay with you in this game. Most teams don't, right? But teams like the Rockets, they have a barrage they can throw at you. Amin, Thompson, Tari, Eason, right? Even Kevin Durant, right? They have a barrage of athletic guys who are agile, mobile, have enough physical strength to try to at least stay in front of you and deal with your physical strength and your mobility and agility and footwork. The Utah Jazz have Taylor Hendricks, maybe. That's about it. And even he, I wouldn't say is the best at guarding a guard. He's more of a forward to big, more like a Tobias Harris, which means that get these guys on the move. I don't think they have anyone who's going to be able to guard you the full length of the court. So you should be looking to clear rebounds all day and just get it up the court. Be aggressive. Get right into your pick and roll or get downhill to the rim before Nurkic can get there. Right? You should be ultra aggressive in this game from beginning to end. This should be a huge game from you, along with the Asar Thompson, because I don't think this team has the athleticism to really keep you guys out of transition. But it starts with clearing the rebounds. Asar, Cade, I need you guys in double-digit rebounds, even if Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Duren end up with only about 8 or 9 each. They should be there because they're spending most of their energy clearing out the paint of Nurkic and Markkanen. The last couple of matchups that I want to take a look at is Ron Holland coming off the bench. You have to contain Bryce Sensabaugh. Remember, Bryce Sensabaugh is a professional bucket. He's kind of like Karis LeVert. He's been getting buckets since day one. Just somehow he just knows how to put the ball right into the rim. And he does so fluidly, easily, and he only needs to see 1 or 2 go in to get himself going, which means you can't lose track of him. You can't give up wide open shots, but you also cannot get baited into silly fouls. Putting guys like that on the free throw line gets them going. Move your feet. Remember, defense is played with your feet first, your feet and positioning. If you're out of position, trust your defense to help. And a smart thing to do, good defender, especially at your height, size, length, athleticism, physicality. When your help defense comes from Isaiah Stewart, Jalen Duren, Paul Reed, Cade Cunningham, Asar Thompson, just collapse from behind and trap them. No matter where they're at, use your length, use your quick hands, your physical size to trap them wherever they are. Once the help comes, trap them and look to get a deflection that can lead to a steal, get out in transition. But don't foul. The little cheapy reach ins, you reach in when you're in position, not when you're beat. You reach in, you go for the ball, you look to get a deflection when you're in position. If you've already trapped and they're trying to pass out, that's when you get the deflection on the pass out, not reaching down on the ball. Play smart. If we play smart in this game, doing the little things great, we should be fine. This should be a game that we win in double digits. In double digits. Our goal should be we want to see what's his name? Dennis Jenkins. We want to see Tolu Smith. We want to see Bobby Clintman get minutes in this game. Chaz Lanier. We want to see them get minutes in this game. I want to see Ron Holland and crew of those young guys, those summer league guys, leading the charge at the end of the fourth quarter because the game's out of reach. That should be the goal against the Utah Jazz in this game. It should be payback for what they did last season, at the end of last season, and get them the hell out of there. But Cade, it starts with you. You've got to be aggressive. Asar, you've got to be aggressive. Control the boards, get out in transition, put pressure on them early, play smart, doing the little things, and get them the hell out of there. Don't make this a dogfight. If this ends up being a dogfight, it's because you're not locked in. You have more talent. You have the best player on the court. You have the size, especially with Walker Kessler out. Now, if Walker Kessler is there, it's going to be more competitive, especially if he has a shot, even though he's been out a game. If he's there, it's going to be more difficult. Let me get to some of these comments before I get out of here. Yeah, this will be a good matchup. Who they going to have checking Cade, do you think? It's probably going to be Taylor Hendricks and Svi Mikhailiuk. I don't think either of them can really do anything with Cade. He should be looking to put pressure on them all day. I really want to see that shoulder bump. I only saw it once against Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies in the fourth quarter. He drove right to that elbow, gave Ja the little lean in, shoulder bump, hop back, shot right over the top. Money. I want to see that at least once or twice every single quarter. I want to see that move. Matter of fact, I'm going to be checking for it the whole time. I may download X again just so I can talk my shit there throughout the game, but I want to see that in this game. I want to see Cade Cunningham with the shoulder bump. I want to see him get off me, especially guys like Mikhailiuk, especially guys like Taylor Hendricks who don't have the mobility to stay in front of him. You know they're going to be riding him, and all he's got to do, and he should be, I mean, Cade is good enough to give him the shoulder bump with both shoulders, whether it's stepping back to his right or stepping back to his left. He's got the physical strength and the mobility to get past them and get that shoulder into him, bump, step back, and get that shot off. That should be his move he's going to all day because they shouldn't be able to keep him out of the paint. But he has to have a smart attack. It's not always about getting all the way to the rim. You just need to get to that sweet spot, that little 8 to 10 foot range. Give him the floater. Give him a little push shot. Give him a little bump, pull back jumper, maybe even the bump, turnaround jumper, right? He should be studying. They should be studying SGA's shot package all day because that's Cade all day. He would be a bigger, stronger, maybe even more athletic version of SGA. If he's locked in on doing that shoulder bump, oh my God, bro, it's curtains. It's curtains. He's going to live at the free throw line with a little pump fake, get Taylor Hendricks into the air, lean in, bow, I'm on the free throw line, right? And that's one thing that I'd also say for Cade Cunningham. I've also been kind of disappointed, like, he's not a foul baiter at all, but he's like swung on the pendulum all the way to the other side. You know, people get into this binary. It's like one thing or the other, all or nothing, right? It's not smart. Get dudes in foul trouble if you can. If they're jumping at everything, they want to ride you the whole time, man, just get off me, bro. I ain't dealing with this all day. I'm smart. I got 82 games this season, plus the playoffs. I don't need to prove something every single game. I'm all NBA. I have nothing left to prove, bro. I have nothing left to prove. I know I'm a bucket. I'm an all-star. Right? I'm the leader of my team. I'm the captain of the ship. I'm the franchise player. I'm the cornerstone. Right? I'm paid. Right? Get off me, bro. I'm not dealing with this, bro. Get him in foul trouble early. He's riding you. Go right up into him. Nah, we're not doing that today, bro. We're not doing that today, bro. Sometimes just like, nah, not today. That's for another day, bro. That's for the playoffs when, they play more physical and you got to play through it. Sure, I got it then. Right now, it's not what we doing. It's not what we doing. November against the Jazz, we not doing this. You riding me all day, knocking me to the ground. I got a black eye, right? I'm getting head-butted, backhanded. Like, Cade, get to the free throw line, bro. You should be living there, bro. Go right up into him. Get these guys off of you, bro. Get them off. They should be worried about you. They should be worried about fouling you. And that's the problem. They're not. JB Pickerstaff, you got to reinforce that. If they're riding your superstar, you're supposed to get a technical every once in a while. Same way Mike Malone used to get technicals, yelling at referees for not calling fouls for Nikola Jokic or even Jamal Murray. He never allowed his guys to get mistreated by the refs, to be manhandled, physical, defenses. They never allowed that. Doc Rivers, you can't allow that. Once you normalize that, allowing your superstar to get beat up, that's how they get injured all the time. And if Cade goes down, it's going to be rough. You got to protect him. Cade, you got to protect yourself. Get to the free throw line. Get to the free throw line. And give him that little bump. Get off me, bro. Get off me. You going to jump in the air? Shouldn't have jumped, bro. You should have known better. Nah, you're not blocking this, bro. All day. That's a great point, though, man. Let me see. Ron needs to stay out of foul trouble for sure because he was balling. He's looking like he's on the verge of a breakout. Ron's always good for at least one steal. That guy's exciting, young. Yes, he is. But he's also good for a couple of dumb fouls. Asar's free throw shooting woes is unacceptable too. I ain't talking about what's unacceptable. He's a fantastic player, bro. I ain't. That's like people who used to get mad at Shaq and Dwight Howard for not being great free throw shooters. You can't be everything, bro. You can't be everything. He's working on it. I trust him to keep working on it. He's a hard worker. All right. Keep doing what you do, Asar. Get downhill, get to the rim, get to that little pull up, that little spin, that little lefty, push shot, floater, all man, just do, man, hoop, Asar, hoop. That's my message for Asar. On offense, hoop, bro. Hoop. Quit worrying about everybody else, man. Don't worry about these damn free. Man, I don't give a damn about a free throw. You're gonna figure it out. Just keep it smooth, bro. Keep it smooth. One smooth, fluid motion. Right? You start doing the hitches and shit like that. Fuck it up. Keep it nice and smooth. Let me see. Yo, what's good? Dev, it's good to see you in the chat. Damn, you on Twitter no more? Nah, man, I haven't been on Twitter in a minute, man. Just, I got a life, bro. I got a life, bro, man. I got a life, bro. I got my own business, working on a little side thing. I got things going. I'm a dad. I can't be on Twitter. I got to tuck my kid in, man. Sorry. Plus, I like to cook, do other things. Got a little shorty. Yeah, I mean, I got other things to do. What's good, Frank Nitty? He might be more athletic, but Cade doesn't do that at all. He doesn't punish players for being undisciplined. I completely agree. Cade has got to punish defenders who are playing him too physical, riding him, not allowing him to get to his spots, and trying to like out physical him. Because he has to understand he's so physically strong. He's so physically strong that guys have to play him physical, which puts them at a disadvantage. It puts defenders at a disadvantage to play him that close because they're at Cade's mercy if Cade wants to punish them for it. But it's a mindset. It's a mindset. You're going to play me this close? All right, pull up, right up into you. Get to the free throw line. You're playing me this close? Shoulder, bow, step back. Play me this close? Shoulder, bow, step back, pump fake, bow, I'm back at the free throw line. Because getting them into foul trouble, getting them into the bonus. You and Duran alone should have anywhere between 18 to 20 free throws between you two. I could throw in Asar Thompson too. As much pressure as you guys put on the rim, as much pressure as you put on defenses between Cade, Duran, and Asar Thompson, there should be anywhere between 20 to 25 free throws every single game for the Detroit Pistons. If we are not shooting 20 plus free throws every single game, Cade, Duran, Asar, you haven't done your job. You haven't put the necessary pressure on the defense. But I gotta get up out of here soon. Let me see. Just waiting on Ivy, man. Hey, Frank Nitty, I feel you though. But it's gonna be a while. We got another couple of months before I expect to see Ivy back. Um, Shea also understands leverage and getting you off your spot. That's very true. But that's something. It's a mindset though. It's a mindset. Asar will be fine. His free throw shot will come around. I believe so too. I believe so too. Duran is the best free throw shooter on our team. Damn near. It's crazy to say that, but it's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. Totally true. But hey, can't wait for the game this evening. I may do a live afterward. Definitely looking forward to watching the game. Looking for K to do his thing and the different points that I made in this video. If there's anything that I didn't bring up, please feel free to put it in the chat. Appreciate all y'all. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. It really helps out the channel. It's a little thing for y'all, big thing for me. But I'd like to leave y'all with a little sum for the day. Remember, language is an attempt to transfer energy. The words we use is just an attempt to try to convey a sentiment, what we're needing, what's going on inside. And I say that to say, sometimes we get caught up in words that we use. Sometimes we get caught up in what's said and we miss connecting with the person. This is for your relationships, your family, your children, etc. Make sure you connect with the person, especially if it seems like they're going through some stressing, stuff's going on. Sometimes you have to reorient yourself and don't get caught up in the exact words. Especially when somebody's like, "Oh, you always do this and you never that." Of course it's not true, right? But connect with the person. It's a human being in front of you having an experience. And sometimes we're on the other side of it, trying to convey our experience to someone. Make sure we recognize that there's a person behind the words, that we humanize one another, especially those who are your village, who are those who support you, look out for you, care for you. Make sure you connect with them because sometimes it's easy to get so caught up in how someone's saying something, the exact wording of it, and who's right versus who's wrong, which is always a pitfall. And then we miss out on the actual person who loves us, who cares for us, who wants to be loved by us, who wants to be cared for by us. And it's a missed opportunity for connection and relationship. So keep in mind, it's energy. It's energy. Let me connect to the person who's having an experience. And don't just get caught up in if it's said perfectly or just right. And I think your relationships will be that much better for it. But as always, it's your man 100 grand, Ross with The Rock Never Stops. Coming to you with another one. I appreciate all the love and support. Get at me in the comment section. Like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I'm going to get at y'all next time. Peace.